Recording vocals may seem like a scary task, especially if you have little or no experience in a digital audio workstation. Today, I'm going to walk you through how simple it is by guiding you step by step through the process using Ableton Live 12. Keep in mind, this is the same process in Ableton Live 10 and 11. There is a few things you need to know before we begin. To start, of course you're going to need a microphone. I'm using the Lewitt LCT 440 Pure. This style of mic is called a condenser microphone, commonly used for recording vocals and live instruments. Something that's important to note is to shy away from using USB microphones for recording vocals, as the sound quality is far less than something like a condenser mic. Condenser mics are highly sensitive and capture sound with incredible detail. They pick up subtle nuances in a singer's voice or the natural overtones of an acoustic instrument. This makes them ideal for studio recordings where every detail matters. Other options you'll see commonly used are dynamic microphones like the infamous Shure SM7B. These are also great mics for recording vocals, especially at an entry level. These mics are best for live performances or loud sounds like guitar or drums. They're also great at rejecting background noise. Next, you'll need an audio interface. I'm using the Apollo Twin X by Universal Audio, but you can use any interface, of course. You'll need a pair of close-back headphones to avoid any feedback into the mic when recording. These are essential for hearing yourself while you're recording, as well as the beat or song that you're singing over. Once you've plugged your microphone into the correct input, let's open up Ableton. When Live first opens up, you'll see the session view, which you won't be using. So switch to arrangement view by clicking tab on your keyboard. Now that arrangement view is open, let's make this organized and less confusing by deleting the tracks we don't need by clicking this channel. Holding down the shift key and selecting this one, which selects all 3 tracks, and now hit delete on your keyboard. Next, we want to select the audio input setting in Ableton's preferences by hitting Command comma on your keyboard, or in the top left corner, select Live and click Settings. Open the audio section and select your interface as the input and output. I'll be selecting my Universal Audio Apollo from my list. Now, before we leave the settings, there's one more thing that we need to adjust. Go to the latency section, find buffer size, and pick a lower number. This helps you avoid latency so you can hear yourself in real time with no delay while recording. If the buffer size is set too high, your voice will sound like it's doubled in the mic, which can be super distracting. I like to use 128 because it works well for me and my computer can handle it without any issues. Just remember, the lower the buffer size, the harder it works your computer's CPU. Select Auto, and now you should be able to hear yourself. If you don't want to hear yourself through the headphones but still want it to record, select Off. You can also visually see if your audio is coming in on. You can also visually see if your audio is coming in on the right here with the small green meter beside your track. If you can't hear yourself or don't see signal, click this little drop down which opens up your input channel section. Choose the correct one that's showing signal. Producers, are you looking to get placements and to stand out to labels? Struggling to find high quality, non-overused vocal samples for your songs? Right now, you can get 525 exclusive royalty-free vocals in the click of a button. Our complete tapes bundle, that's over 80% off by the way, is linked below. This bundle is packed with professionally recorded, real vocal samples that are ready to be dropped straight into your projects. Because they're royalty-free, you can use them however you want without worrying about anything. Check out the first link in the description. Now, last but not least, we need to set up our gain staging. In easy terms, this means setting up the input volume levels. Make sure your loudest vocal that will be recorded into your DAW does not clip and distort the vocals. How to do this correctly is by clicking this little button here. Now, Ableton's monitoring is picking up your vocals here. Sing as loud as you're going to sing, so let's say your highest note or loudest word and see if it gets in the red. Test. I'm going to show you quick what it will look like if it's too loud. This is me clipping. Clip. So make sure you don't see your vocal hitting the red. Remember that you cannot fix this once you've recorded it, so get this right the first time. Okay, now you're ready to record. At the top, you can see the record button right here. Let's click this and record something quick. Take a step into my mind. Maybe see what you can find. Now that you have something recorded, let me show you a very handy feature that Ableton has called take lanes. Love this feature. Let's record another take to show you how this works.
Take a step into my mind. Maybe see what you couldn't find.
Double click or right click the auto track and select the show take lanes. Now you can see and select which takes you want to use. Love this feature, way better than Logic Pro. If you have Logic Pro, just fucking get Ableton already, like seriously. That just sucks. This feature is great for comping vocals by selecting which parts you like throughout multiple recordings. You can highlight a section of the take you like and click enter. This will simply add that section to the main track for you to use. Let's say you want to record your vocals over an instrument or a beat, which I highly recommend. I'll drag the instrumental I want under the vocals and this will create a new track. Now you can adjust the instrumental volume using the channel fader on the right to your liking. You can also adjust the BPM of your instrumental by either clicking, dragging up or down on the BPM, or typing in a number value. Another helpful and useful feature is using the metronome. In the top left corner, you can select the metronome button to turn it on. To the right, you can select its menu if you want to choose a count in, sound, or rhythm. Let's choose a 1-bar count in. Hold down Command and click record. This gives you a count in timer before recording. Now, the last step will be exporting. I like to grab this loop or recording region bar and place it over the exact area I want to export. Once it's positioned correctly, click the arrangement view to highlight. Now hit Shift-Command-R to export settings. Or you can head to the top left and select File, then head to the bottom and select Export. For the best possible file quality when rendering vocals, you would want to export a WAV file. But keep in mind these are larger files and will take up more space, so if you just want to send it to a friend to listen to quick, then I suggest an MP3. I'll show you how to create both. To export your vocals as a WAV file, let's change the encode PCM setting to on, and make sure the bit depth is at 24 and you can hit export. For just an MP3, let's turn off the wave and make sure we turn on MP3. If you want to export both an MP3 and a WAV file at the same time, you can click both to the on position and export. One last feature you should know is that you can change what tracks you export by selecting the render track option at the top and select the track you wish to export. Let's say you want the vocals exported with no instrumental or anything else in the session, you can do so here. Or another option is simply turning off the elements you don't want exported back in the arrangement view. If you want to learn how to stack vocals like Billie Eilish, check out this video. I break down a bunch of helpful tips and techniques that I've learned over the years from her and similar artists. These were very helpful on my journey, so I thought I would share them with you too. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more production and vocal videos just like this. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!